Level up your arc, but do it the right way in Forge of Empires. This video explains the various possibilities to level up great buildings far beyond level 10. I will not only introduce these, but also rate them and make recommendations. The arc will be in the focus as a very special example. The same hints also work for all other great buildings. I will show that depending on the level of your great building, different methods should be preferred. The most simple method to add forge points to your great building is to pay them yourself. In case another player contributes forge points to your great building, he or she would receive a contribution reward for doing so. This you can use to your own advantage. All further methods to level up a great building are better than only paying forge points to your own great building. Therefore, such payments to your own great building should be limited to the number of forge points needed to secure other payments. This will be explained later. Support chains. A very common method to level up great buildings are support chains. Nearly each guild has dedicated messages for this. You add your great building to it and pay the defined number of forge points to the author of the previous message. As the next player will do the same, you get returned the invested forge points. On top, you have the chance being one of the best contributors to that great building and to receive a contribution bonus. That is sent to the inventory and can be summed up there to really huge amounts. In the end, these additional forge points help you to level up your great building faster. But these support chains received a negative image, especially when very strong players and new players are in the same guild. These support chains are a disadvantage for weak players, as they will never receive a decent contribution reward. Not the support chains are bad, but the behavior of strong players often is reckless, or at least simply thoughtless. Weaker players require a special consideration to have a fair chance in support chains. Sometimes it might be a good idea to create a support chain for new players only. Often it is enough to simply inform strong players. Many simply don't notice what they might cause to the weak guild members with what they do. Those who fill a great building using the methods described in the following part of this video and then let the guildmates fill the remaining forge points using support chains simply cheat the guildmates. I only can encourage guilds to not allow that to happen. Knowing there are some handicaps coming along with support chains, I still recommend them, especially for the lowest levels of great buildings. It is a time-efficient, attractive possibility to level up the own great building while receiving required blueprints as a sponsor from other great buildings. And these blueprints you will need urgently as soon as you start upgrading your great building above level 10. From that level, you then should reduce the usage of support chains and start to prefer the other methods described now. Fixed exchange partners. Above level 10 of a great building, I recommend to use fixed exchange partners from your guild or friends list. These partners confirm two things to each other. First, from collecting your daily forge points, you invest a negotiated fixed number of forge points every day into a specified great building of your exchange partner. He pays the same number in your selected great building. Second, both negotiate a fixed rank in the list of contributors and take care that no other player will be a risk for that guaranteed rank. That rank is important for both receiving forge points in return and receiving the required blueprints of the sponsored grade building. To avoid misunderstanding, I highly recommend both players to add each payment in a message of a dedicated message chain. There you can also inform in case someone cannot pay at a certain date. Fixed exchange partners are most helpful if both want to push the same type of grade building, currently being on a similar level. Example given: a player with an arc level 10 contributes to an arc level 10 of another player with 120 forge points and receives the negotiated contribution rank 2. He will receive a guaranteed contribution reward of 78 forge points plus 2001 medals and 3 blueprints. I already included the 31% bonus provided by the arc level 10. That reward is already half of what is needed for doing the same on the next level of that grade building. This makes it much easier to level up such grade buildings. For the lowest level of a grade building, this method requires too much micromanagement. Therefore, I highly recommend to start above level 10 to use more and more fixed exchange partners instead of support chains. It is absolutely realistic to use 3 exchange partners for the first 3 ranks. The remaining 2 ranks can then be offered to players who urgently need blueprints of that grade building. The lower ranks of low-level grade buildings often do not provide forge points as a contribution bonus, but blueprints. Some players even find 5 partners for their grade building. 1.9 Sponsorship. The ARC provides a unique bonus for contributors. Those who have the ARC on level 80 receive 1.9 times the normal contribution bonus. In many guilds, the owners of such high-level ARCs offer their guildmates to use that ARC bonus to their advantage. If a contributor can be sure to get the first rank of a level 30 arc, he would not only receive a bonus of 420 forge points, but 798 forge points instead. This allows to contribute 798 forge points to an arc level 30 without receiving something in return. The contributor's reward are the medals and blueprints. Unfortunately, a player with such a high-level arc usually has more than enough of these. This sponsorship is so efficient and commonly used that players receiving the contribution already feel this as something absolutely normal, forgetting that the contributor invests his or her time and uses a high-level grade building that was hard work to get. In guilds with weaker members, you often find 1.8 or 1.85 sponsorships, as arcs are not high enough for more. It is very important to secure the contributor's rank. This is done best by paying forge points into your own grade building until it is filled so much that the contributor's share is 50% of the remaining forge points. This way, no neighbor can snipe that rank. Afterwards, you can use another sponsor for rank 2. Before the third contribution bonus rank is filled, you again need to pay some more own forge points, as the bonus for rank 3 is less than 50% of the bonus for rank 2. Same applies to ranks 4 and 5. The required number of forge points can be calculated by FoE helper, and it also can copy it to the clipboard. This makes it very simple to create a perfect line to ask sponsors for their help. Most guilds have a message chain dedicated to such a 90% sponsorship, as it is important for all guilds that their members level up their great buildings. Please complete the level as fast as possible when you use such a 90% sponsor, as he or she will get returned the invested forge points only on completion of that level. The faster the investment is returned, the earlier the next player can receive help. In active guilds with many high-level arcs, this is the most powerful method for leveling a great building. But you cannot rely on it only, as in the lower levels you will always be short of blueprints. Therefore, you will combine this method with fixed exchange partners to make sure that you have a steady flow of blueprints. In the medium range of great buildings, above level 30 and below level 70, the contribution reward is so big that you often only need a very small own payment to complete a level. Ambition players organize a team of 5 players for a fixed date and time, and then they make 20 levels of a great building in a row. The contributors get back their forge points after each level, so they will not reach limits. The owner of the great building needs the forge points in the inventory that are required to complete each level. In the middle range of levels, this is absolutely realistic. With such a level up party, a great building can develop extremely fast.